Hello and welcome to a Handpicked Live channel. And today we're going to have a look at the energy of the autumn equinox. And we're coming up to this time in the Northern Hemisphere at the end of this month. And already we can feel a shift in gear now. It's a time to slow down a little. It's a time to reap the benefits, bring in the harvest, and also to be clear about what will be released throughout the autumn months. So it's that back to school energy of getting organized, the time of celebration where the days have been really long is certainly drawing to an end. And now is a really good time to reap the benefits by taking a pause, giving yourself a chance to get organized, to get really clear on what is working for you in your life, what you'll choose to release as the energy turns towards letting go, and being ready to drop into that dream time in the winter, that deep, still energy, where it's a time that we can really dream up the next phase. So I really encourage you at this time to get connected with your inner compass. So that part of you that is constantly whispering to you the way to go. So it's dropping into the heart rather than just allowing your head to make your decisions. And you do that by making space. When we drop in and we use somatic practices such as yoga, emotional freedom technique, meditation, gentle movement, all those things that you do where you drop into that quiet space. It might be for you gardening or painting or just simply walking in nature. But when you take time to drop into those spaces, that is a great time to then check in with your body. What is your no and what is your yes? And these are senses that we all have. And I'm sure you can remember a time when you ignored something and then you said afterwards, I knew that didn't feel right. I knew that wasn't right and I overrode it. Or a time when you absolutely knew that something was right. And even though people were telling you, you probably don't do this, you're going the wrong direction, and you knew it was right and it turned out that it was. So if you can think back to those moments in your life and get into the feeling, what was your heart saying to you at that point? How did it feel in your body? And it may be also that you have a sense in your belly at that point. There might be a feeling, even you might get a tingling in your hands, or it might be something that you hear, or a dream that you have around that time. So spend time as you're coming up to the equinox, dropping into your body and beginning to really strengthen this, because the more we drop in and the more we notice it and the more we follow it, then the stronger it becomes, and it really builds on that, on your self-esteem, that you really can trust yourself. And you can play with this with things that really aren't that important. So maybe before, should you have another cup of coffee? Should you, before you eat, just checking in, is your body aligning with this? Does this feel right? Simple decisions throughout the day. The more you play with it and just keep asking your body, then those whispers get louder and louder. And there's a lovely saying that if you listen to the whispers, then your body doesn't have to shout. So it's those times when your body's whispering to you to go a certain direction and we ignore it. We don't want to be shouted at in order to get ourselves on the right path. So I really invite you to play with that over this period of time. So when it comes to the equinox, you can really step into the autumn with that sense that you can trust your own decision making. If you'd like to go deeper with this, then check out the link below, where I guide you through a meditation to really go into your yes and your no. And that's a great start that you can work with and just allow your own messages to come. Journaling is also a really good way. So when you get that sense, write it down, because we forget these things. And especially when we get to the point that we're moving fast, we've got to make quick decisions. When life gets busy and stressful, you want to have that real anchor inside you, so you're always connected to your inner compass. My name's Leanne Campbell. I'm a life and wellbeing coach, and I specialize in somatic practices. And I'm also a co-creator of A Handpicked Life. If you'd like to know more about us, then check out the link below, and please subscribe to the mailing list if you'd like to stay in touch.